Hi, welcome to Field Service Office Hours. This is another solo mission with yours truly, Leigh-Anne Nugent. I am your field service architect and former field service product manager and success architect, here to help you. I guess we're just troubleshooting something in field service today. Dispatcher console, read only. I get this requirement quite frequently, and I'm here to show you how to set up the dispatcher console for read only. The first things first is go to your field service settings in the managed package and go to dispatcher console UI and scroll down to this extended custom permission section and read. I don't like to read, but when I do, I am always better off. I want to press this button so bad. However, we need to create these permissions and assign them to users before I activate them. So the first thing I'm going to do is just going to create a dispatcher console. I guess it's just SFS. And then I'll assign it to myself just again for kicks. Not exactly sure why we have to do this. So I'm just going to do it until now, just for now. And then we can create other permissions with this, but the other thing you could do is, anyway, let's just start with this for now. Okay, so next, assign. I also think maybe what I should do is assign it to some other person. Like sometimes I do Ellie East, that's sales. No, and they're a system admin. Let me see. No, these guys are my here, J service. Okay, let's just see what happens if I give it to J service, okay? I thought I had another service person, and honestly, I thought that Eli service was like the best, but we like J's good. Okay, J's gonna be my pretend dispatcher. Okay, done. We'll tinker with that later. Okay, so let's add the permissions. Okay, the dispatcher console has custom settings. So custom settings, no, custom permissions are in your permission set. Now, what we're going to add are all of the dispatcher console related permissions. Just do everything for now. In fact, I'm just gonna, can I shift all these? Oh, my life. Okay, so just don't go crazy. And in fact, like all this hide stuff, what's this? This is new. So, neat. There's a new list view. In fact, I think maybe from a best practices perspective, you might want to take a look at what has been added to this list. So I'm going to just save. There's for sure more. There's 2 pages, right? But I'm just going to save it and just add this for now because if I hit next, is it going to remember that I selected 49 items and then I had to tick 49 times? Like, no, thank you. Okay. These are all of the list views that you get created. I don't need any of these. So everything that's FSL, save. Okay. It is good to see all of these because sometimes you're going to wonder, Oh, I thought I would be able to see the resource on the secondary territory because I ticked the secondary STM because I ticked the box on the settings. But if you don't have the custom perm set assigned, you're not going to see it. Okay, I'm going to close it and then I'm going to open it. Just make sure. Oh, I do have. Okay, perfect. So let me just see 500 items. Yeah, 2 pages. Okay, good. Yeah, I'm good. So I have this. It's assigned to me. Now I'm going to. These optional permissions restrict access to the dispatcher console permissions. Assign permissions to users before you activate them. I am going to just do a quick Google here because I just want to make sure I'm advising everybody properly. Okay, so let's just zoom in here. I definitely need these. The extended custom permissions marked in the table. But what permissions? I'm not sure I get it. Oh, although it's automatically activated in Salesforce, so maybe we don't need to do this, right? If you activate the extended permissions without first adding them to users, you make the Gantt read only. Activation is required only after an existing org is irreversible. So I think we're okay. Yeah. Okay. It's been assigned. I'm going to activate it. I'm going to refresh first, and then I'm going to activate it, and then let's see what happens. Okay. Oh, it's already active. Oh, watching you best friend like Leigh-Anne, it's already active. Leigh-Anne, it's already active. It's been one of those days. All right, it's done. So now what this means is I'm going to take this permission set. This is all settings, okay? Um, what I've done in the past, let's work with Jay, okay? Man, and I'm going to remove this from Jay. Okay. So Jay doesn't have anything, but I do want him to have. So I might not have any groups yet, but let's just see. Do I have a dispatcher group? No. Okay. I've liked using groups for this. So I'm going to just at least edit assignments. Let's give the basic stuff. Okay. And then I'll show you what the basic looks like. And then we'll do what muting looks like. Okay. So we'll just do these two. And then we'll log in as him and just verify that I can see. Oh, of course. Okay. That sucks. Perfect. Okay, so let's log in. I'm not sure if he has access to that app console, but let's at least see. While this is going, I'm going to just launch up a new setup. Yeah, this is still loading. Oh, I'm still logged in as J. Okay, never mind. I can't multitask here. So let's just look at field service, not admin. Shoot, did I do it? Field service. Okay, good. Okay, so loading. In my other browser. Okay, cool. Look at this. Let's see what we got access to. So I have access to the service resources. I do, and I have access to everything. Perfect. Okay. So basically, for read only access, I don't want any buttons, right? I don't need any buttons. I want this to be locked. I don't want anybody to drag and drop anything. So I want this to be locked. Don't do like, they shouldn't be able to do anything. So I'm going to log out as JService, right? So we can drag and drop. We can do all these things, right? I can move things around as a dispatcher. So I'm going to log out as J, and we're going to create a brand new permission set group. And I'm going to call it read only. Okay. And then hit save. And I'll put the license and the perm set in there. Hold on, let me just message somebody. Okay. So I've got dispatcher. Okay. So I'm going to add these two, and then I'm going to mute. Let's see what that does. Back to permission set group. And now show me the money. Mute. I am new. Pretty sure. Save. So custom permissions. See, so why I like this is because I've got visibility to what this permission set as. So I can mute all of these. I'm going to just leave that and see. So I thought there was a way to always make that true. We'll dig into that in a second. I'm going to just highlight. We might want to see the long-term view, but meh, whatever. Save. I'm going to mute everything on the first page, and then I'm going to do the same thing on the second page. Did you work? Okay, cool. And then now the second page. Yikes, there's a lot more here. So definitely we don't want any of these things. Okay, so I could even get rid of all of these list views, but maybe I want to see scheduled, selected, to do, unscheduled. We'll just leave those on there. Yeah. And then let's see. Could have sworn there was a always set the lock to be true. Thought I had that in another org. All right, let's just see how this goes. Okay. So now that I've got this all muted, I'm going to let me remove what I have with our friend here. And you would have to remove the permission first. Are you going to be friendly or do I have to also? Yeah, I have to also. Right. Okay, now done. Just refresh and then I'll log in. Permission set group assignments. Got my dispatcher license. Let's log in. Could have sworn there was a way to lock it. Make it true for this person. Oh, huh. Okay. Didn't work. Look, I have all these things still, and I have this permission set group. Okay, let me log out as him. That's not correct. Okay, muting permission set in group. Let's just verify. Right, it's muted. Thought there was a way to lock. Yeah, not that. Doesn't need a minute. Recalculate. J service is there. I. Okay, let's log in again. Maybe you just needed a minute. I had to recalculate it. Yeah, like we should see that's so weird. I'm not supposed to see any of these. I shouldn't be doing this. Okay, so muting didn't work. That was supposed to work. That's not the right one. Change service. That was supposed to work. So let's just make sure. Yeah. Okay. So I guess short of creating a whole new, so let's modify this. Because what I had in my head was use the standard dispatcher permission set in the group because that's what you're going to use. You need you need to provide this access. So why muting isn't working is beyond me. Unless if there's something here. Yeah. These were only the permissions that this person should have access to. Really like that it does that. That's really awesome. Okay, something to think about. I'm going to just stop the recording and then I'll come back if there's something new that magically appears. Maybe I just need a little bit of time for it to process, but I do have to hop on a call. So, more to come. Let's see if muting works. Like, still's not there. So, anyway, we'll circle back to this. See ya. Success. Success. Thank you, Cheryl Feldman, for creating this experience. So here's what I did. How did I find this out? So I went to Jay's username and I went to edit, not edit. Shoot, I just want to open it. Sorry. So we'll open it. And then I went to view summary and I wanted to know for custom permissions what is giving access to all of those custom permissions? Like Jay should not have access to this. So what do? I go into user access summary, go to the custom permissions tab, click on this edit and look at access granted by. Okay. Super exciting. Not a permission set, not a permission set group, but a profile. So I have to go to the SEO service profile and remove all this access. That's what I'm doing right now because this is not where we want to grant access to the dispatcher console. We want to grant it through a permission set because what good is it if you don't actually have the license? You can't see any of these actions if you don't have the license. So you might as well control it all with permission sets and then even better, the permission set group. So now I do have to go to the second page. I should have changed it to 100, but whatever. Come on, baby. There you go. And then second page. All right. And hand-eye coordination, perhaps? I don't know about any of these. If whatever. I'm going to leave those because I have no idea what those are. All right, great. Now let's log in as the user. Oh, just go back here. And we go back to praying to all the Salesforce gods so that when I go to the field service tab, and then I'll see what I can do about finding a way to make it default lock on purpose because I still can. Oh, yeah. Okay. I can't, I can. That's awesome. So I can't drag and drop, and no matter what I try, I can't. So it doesn't matter if it's locked or not. So that permission set somehow worked. So it doesn't matter if it's locked. The ability to create the break is gone. All of my actions, all I have is flag. The list view, all I have are the ones that I care about. So this is how you create a read-only dispatcher console. I know that it's been one of the roadmap items on the product team's list for a while to just have a straight up setting for read only, but we can do it. I feel like it keeps falling below the line because we can do it. We just don't really have it documented, but now we do, right? So check it out. Go create a permission set group, put in your standard two permissions, permission sets, one for the license, one for the permission sets, create a muting permission set and select all the ones you want to mute. And then when you're reviewing all of the settings for that permission set group, you'll see all of the custom permissions that you've got access for that user, and then assign it to the user, obviously, and you're good to go. You have a read-only dispatcher console. I hope that helps. And send me your questions or ideas, or if you need anything to model out, let me know, and we will solve them all together. So, see you all next time.